Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Tomorrow, there's gonna be a huge XRP transfer of 1 billion XRP, and let me tell you guys exactly why that is so. But first, guys, let me know in the comment section down below, are you still excited about XRP/Ripple? I've noticed a lot of people have lost their faith. A lot of people have turned to fear. I want to know from you guys if you're still excited about the crypto project and if you're still kind of holding. I personally have not changed my stance at one point or another throughout this whole journey because I'm just extremely bullish, and I do still think the risk to reward is worth it. And I know for myself, if I just stick with my initial thoughts and just buy the dips and buy consecutively/systematically, I will come out as victorious. And even if the price goes down, at least I tried, and I will gladly take that risk because I can live with myself knowing I tried such an opportunity to get to some extreme or better levels than we were yesterday. If it didn't work out, it didn't work out, but at least we were all together. We tried something and we believed in something. It's so much better than leaving out and not having tried at all. It depends, obviously. If you try it with too much money, then sometimes it's a bad ordeal, but with me, everything is manageable, and I'm always feeling confident and extremely happy to be in this space, and very fortunate to have met you guys. I still appreciate every single one of you stopping by almost every single day. Now, Whale Alert is a Twitter account we most of all follow. I think most of the people follow that account. And what it posts is every so often just a new whale alert, so that a huge transfer of some crypto has gone around. Now, I know already that tomorrow there's going to be a couple of posts talking about 500 million XRP being transferred twice, or I guess the specific thing is going to be it's coming out of escrow. And what that basically means for all of you that are not knowing is Ripple, the company, has got a ton of XRP locked up in escrow. Every single month, though, 1 billion of this comes out. That is added to the circulating supply of XRP. And then at the end of the day, most of the time, 900 million is put back. So this is what it basically looks like. 1 billion comes out, 800 million or 700 or 900 million gets put back in. And that is, again, at the end, the next amount that is in escrow. That's, again, basically what this stands for. Coming out, going back in, new amount in escrow, and so forth and so on. Every single month, the same thing happens. However, what they're doing very elaborately and very deliberately is every single month, because it always happens on the first, they go to these articles, they go to these different pages and write it in really big letters. Ripple dumps 1 billion XRP. Ripple dumps this, Ripple dumps that. They're trying to make you fear. And I want to quickly prevent that tomorrow by already telling you guys that it's going to happen and it's not something to worry about. It's been happening for as long as we all know. The majority of you guys weren't around when this all started. This is basically when they made new agreements for what to do with the XRP that was in escrow. They made a new agreement, and they made a new kind of plan for everything as of that point. And here you can see an explanation of the entire escrow, how it exactly works. But it kind of comes down to that the people weren't that happy that Ripple could just dump all the XRP on them at any point. People wanted it so that it was designed in a way where Ripple would have control over it if they wanted to, but not all at once, as they wouldn't need it all at once anyway. And Ripple came up with the system of using the XRP Ledger's escrow system or escrow feature to lock up XRP for a certain amount of months every single time. And right now how it works is, you might wonder, okay, what happens if the 1 billion comes out and 900 million goes back in? What happens to the 900 million then? It actually gets locked up into the next, let's actually look at it here, into the next lowest point. So it gets added to the list, for example, after this specific date right here. So let's say right now a specific piece comes out. Let's see it right here. This is going to be the one that's going to come out tomorrow, 500 million and 500 million from these two addresses. Once it comes out, it will have to send some money back somewhere. You can actually follow that if you want to as well. I mean, for example, I'm not sure if we can actually follow it on BitThumb here. No, okay, we cannot follow it like this. We would have to, we'd have to take 2 more steps to actually get there. Destination, here we go. Okay, let me actually quickly see. Okay, so here's the destination. You can see 400 million being put back in most likely. I'm not exactly sure which of these two keeps the money in this specific case. Let's quickly check it out. These were two 500 million transfers. Okay, in this specific case, 500 million gets booked back into escrow. Basically, here's the transaction hash towards Ripple to this specific account is where it gets put back into, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because they took it out right there on the 6th. I mean, you guys get the picture though, right? I might be messing it up a little bit for myself, so I'm not gonna try and do everything right here. But it's basically so that it gets put back in to the contract the month afterwards. So we kind of close the tab. Let me open it back up. It gets put back the next month, and so if 100 million gets, it's 900 million. If 900 million gets put back, it basically gets put back in different contracts. Like, for example, you can see here 300, 500, 200, 200. But it basically comes down to the same thing, though. No, it's actually 200, 300, and 500. So in this specific sense here, the first, they're still going to get $1 billion. And right now here, you're going to get 700 million on that specific date. Right now, if it gets put back in, it will either top this one off until it's $1 billion, or it will go to the next one. I'm not exactly sure how that works, nor is it really relevant too much if you're asking me. I think that's how it goes though. So right now, this one will be topped up. So it'll be another 300 million that goes into the 5th, or I guess May, and then the rest, the other 600 million gets put into new contracts on the June of 2025, and then they'll expire at that point. So again, it's nothing really to worry about. You can see here the sales of XRP. Right now, though, the sales have drastically changed throughout these last couple of months, partially because of the SC lawsuit, partially because Ripple had a new plan and they didn't really want to sell as much anymore. A thing has also changed because of the MoneyGram situation. Of course, we saw them sending money there, and people really didn't like it. Most likely, Ripple took that in as well and noticed that that was the case. On a different perspective, too, obviously, they have to keep selling to make sure that some of the partners that they have are funded or properly funded with XRP for expansion. And that's something I don't really worry too much about, because I know for a fact that most people will agree, if a foundation is spending XRP to make XRP more valuable, of course, there's a specific point at which it becomes not worth it, but as it currently stands, I would say a lot of XRP can be spent on ecosystem to build it out, because we're not having a short-term vision. So even though they sell, those sales are short-term, keeping the price down a little bit, but not that much. I mean, Jed McCaleb soon is going to be done selling anyway, so all the XRP that Ripple could sell now, or let their partners sell, it wouldn't match up to what Jed McCaleb was selling now every single day. So in the end, guys, it's all going to be so much positive stuff from here on forward. I'm just quickly telling you guys how excited I am about the crypto realm. But then there's one thing I want to show you guys as well. BC Backer just posted this on Twitter. I think it's actually quite interesting. So it is Bitcoin USD on the daily, looking back at 2014-15, and XRP on the 4-hour, looking right now at about the last couple of months. And the only important thing to understand here is how similar it looks, and how he's explaining basically how capitulation could basically be quite similar to what we saw in 2015 before things start to really head off into a multi-year bull run. Because again, from 2015 to 2017 end, it was just bullish momentum. He's basically explaining here as well how it looks quite alike because of the pattern that you're seeing right here. And so from that point forward, we may start building. And I must say, it does look alike quite far. So what exactly the details in that? Not really able to say. Ape Season here says you're comparing long-term fractals with short-term fractals and different moods on the cycle above. You get all the moods and under you are in bull cycles mode. To be fair, he has a point right there where it is a different cycle. It is a different time frame, and so theoretically speaking, it's not like it's the same thing. But I guess in charge, one thing I would always like to say is that a good part of it is imagination anyway. It is what you see in something that other people don't, and what other people see as well. Because from a certain perspective, charting, none of it is proven to be right. Even though it works very often for people and people can make money off of charts, it's not that everything should fit. And even though I would never make this comparison with a daily and a 4-hour over years back, like this to an XRP, it's a different pair, different time frame, a little bit of a different situation, as in this is after, it's a different situation, different time frame, different everything. Even though that's all the case, it might still work out, and we're gonna see. All right, it's fun, and don't take it too harshly. See it as something like that, fun and cool. He found this and it looks familiar. It looks similar. It does. He's not saying, oh, we're going to go pump from here. No, he just points out, hey, this could be the same capitulation. And theoretically speaking, it is, right? Here the price hit a little bit of a low over a long period of time. Here they did the same thing. He's just basically saying, hey, these things look alike. That's that. You cannot be angry with them for showing all this stuff because he's not given any thought behind it. That's my opinion about it, though. So even though you're saying, oh, you can't do all of this, you couldn't do all of this, can't you just see it as something for fun and look at it like, oh, yeah, it looks quite similar, oh, yeah, and not do anything with that? He's not saying go trade this, go buys. He's saying this looks familiar, which is the truth, so I'm going to give it a like right there. At least it's funny to see. It's fun to see. Is it perfect? No. Does it really make a lot of sense to me? No. Does it have to, though, to enjoy it? I don't think so. Coming back to all this fear, guys, people are fearful right now. Had it been a really big bull market, people would say, oh, yes, let's go, let's go, let's go. But it's just people's fear taking over. People are inherently more hateful. I see that in the comment section every single time. People are so salty. But it will all turn around, guys, when prices start doing good again. So I'm just going to accept it for right now and wait until the better times come. But yeah, that is my thoughts. Guys, hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today. Take care, everybody.